guys. Let me get set up here. Okay. Oh, come on. Lordy, 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 lordy. Details, details. Give me the details. Okay. Ba-da-ba-bum. That is on. Okay, what am I doing? What day is today? Today is December 4th. Oh, wait, oops. One more thing. Can't forget this part. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh, now I gotta find you guys in the chat. Good evening. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Monica. Knowledge. Calvin. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. Crony. Hello, Annie. Hello, group. Hi there, Susan. Hello, everyone. Tbarb. Hey, Larry girl. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad we're all here. You know what? I had wanted to go live this afternoon. Things kind of got really kind of hectic this week. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Rochelle. Esantua. Yay. I know. Hi, Laura. I've got the lockdown blues too. I know. You know what I thought was a really great remedy? Just put so much in perspective for me was, it was hard to watch, but Maddow's first 20 minutes last night on our healthcare system and what our nurses are facing, and I just want to do everything I can to help them out. So it's been kind of a crazy week, you guys. And you guys, we have been churning up so much energy collectively as a group with these new moon wishes. We're still in the Scorpio energy from the new moon. Plus, we have eclipses. Plus, a lot of other things that are going on. So to have all of that going on, that was a lot of energy to metabolize, and then hit the eclipses, and then everything all heck to break loose, a little much. And then this week, this is the scary thing about pervasive virus. You know, out of the blue, all of a sudden, thing number one is sick. And it's like you just have to drop everything, and then it's like, wear the masks. I'm so glad we have our new house because we could put him in the basement and isolate him, you know, and then there's like, we could, you know, there was an outside door so he could like leave the house through the basement if he had to. But then it was like, don't even come up here. Don't touch my kitchen. Don't touch any. So it was just wearing masks in our house, trying to keep things separate, trying to keep things. It was kind of nuts. I just really was a bit overwhelmed by that. How you know, when it hits, you just got to drop everything, and it just consumes you, just trying to, from that moment on, to contain everything. Now, we still haven't gotten test results. It's 4 to 7 days. Couldn't even get in anywhere to pay for a test. So hopefully by this weekend, we'll find out. I think he just got a bad cold because he was acting how he normally does when he gets a bad cold. And, but then I was like, hey, you know, what about your sense of smell? Well, he freaked out because like, my taste is gone. But he was still eating. And then, like the next day, he's like, oh, I got it back. I'm like, well, do you think maybe you're just sick? Because he's really congested. When you get congested like that, you lose your sense of taste and smell. So he started going back to work. We'll see what happens. We all feel good. Nobody has the cold. But wow, it just hits so hard. So what have I been doing besides catching up? Well, actually, the first couple days, I've just been standing back and watching the eclipse energy. I'm like, I couldn't even do a teroscope and throw on people because the energy, they're still churning a lot. They are churning like a giant high efficiency front loading washer, the way these energies are churning. And the spin cycle isn't stopping. It just pauses, reloads, and keeps going. That is how much of this magician energy, Gemini, was stirred up on a Scorpio new moon energy, the first one that we've had since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And Pluto's been active all year. That is the other reason why we feel just so ragged and like just tossed around this week. Because I was like, I'm standing back, I'm cleaning, and I'm making bows. I wanted to show you guys this. If I can't sit in the back of the classroom and chit chat and get in trouble with you guys, I can at least wish I was kind of being a little crafty with you. And I just wanted to show you this really quick because it's so easy. But I started getting back with the teroscope the last couple days, and it's a monster, the stuff that's been coming up. But oh my gosh, 2 major, humongous, huge insights with the teroscope and my cards. Mind-blowing. And in fact, when I was wanting to go live with you guys to share with you this mind-blowing information, I just sat in my chair for a couple hours and I suddenly was smudging all of my decks, cleaning out all that energy. This stuff is intense, and it's intense for everybody. Nobody has their hand on the wheel of these energies. Nobody does. Anything is possible. I was not kidding when I said that. So stuff is churning. Doing the teroscope now, want to give you those insights. You guys, and so then the other thing I was doing relegated at home, I've never made these giant bows for on top of your tree. And by the way, if you don't have Christmas trees, I think everybody should have a December tree. Because I saw on Twitter someone saying, I think they were Jewish, and the daughter really wanted to decorate a tree. And I was like, you should decorate a tree. Why not? They're bright. They're light. They give off light. They smell nice in a house if you get a live one. I have my most favorite tree that I finally get to put up this year. I haven't been able to the last couple of years. It's a white tree. And on it, because I can't have gluten, I bought glass candied desserts. Beautiful, beautiful pies, cakes, meringues, donuts. Oh my gosh, the donuts. I have foam donuts. They look, in fact, my kid tried to take a bite out of it when he was like 8. It looks so real. So I have my dessert candy tree, and it's amazing. But it's not a Christmas tree. It's a white tree with desserts on it. So I think everybody should decorate a tree. It brings in so much light and joy and creativity. So our other tree, you know how you make these giant bows on top of your trees? They're so easy. I thought this was like a big fancy thing to do. It's so easy. And then when I did these streamers, then I had them come and like wrap around my tree. I had to forego this one because the color I had to go with white. I couldn't have this tan color and then this showstopper red sparkly. See, if I was in the chat, you guys, we would be crafting in the back and we'd be making bows and we'd be talking about tarot. Okay, so maybe someday we'll all get together and make December tree bows. That sound like fun? Yeah, so I had to quit that scheme, and then I went with this scheme with this. I did a double. So easy. This is 2.5 inches. This is good for 1. This is good for 3. And you just basically put them together and you just go back and forth. Just back and forth, back and forth. Put it together. And then you just fluff out the bow. And then you have your long things. So that's all. So that's, we're just crafting tonight. That's all we're going to do. But my big fancy bows make me feel so special in my new house. Like, I have bows. I have big, pretty bows. I made them. I never knew I could do that. So let me check in with you guys real quick. Oh, yeah, I love craft talk. Yes, Ocean. Oh, Tisha, a 20-foot pine tree outside? Yes. Oh, my gosh. I love decorating outdoor trees. Even if you just take a strand of white lights and go around the trunk, that lasts all winter. And like, if you want to do multicolor, I choose the white and the red because the red goes into Valentine's Day. So like you can have like something outside with white and red, and you can, because it's still dark in the winter, and especially this winter, we need lights. Oh, a tarot tree. That sounds like fun. There you go. Hi, Larry girl. I love making bows. All different types of bows. I had no idea. I had no idea how much fun bows were. And now I know why all the women in our family saved all the dang ribbon. And I would, wrap them up nicely. Here you go. I am taking all the, well, when we can all get together, I'm taking all the ribbon. Because I want to change these bows out by the day. It's so funny. Flynn, his military election. Okay, hey, GM Dave. So, feeling creative lately, Crystal Tarot? Well, we have, the moon is in Leo. Leo is, it's your creativity. We have the moon here in Leo, and it's being fed by the energies in Gemini and Sagittarius from that full moon. So it's just all fired up. It's all revealed to you. So if you're being inspired for creativity, this is a time to jump on that. Okay. Oh, fake apples, candy canes. Oh gosh, you guys have so many great ideas. Okay, so I wrote on here, I told ya, because I did get to listen to Maddow a little bit tonight. And when they were talking about the kids and families that were separated. Oh, by the way, we just found out the Trump administration did have data on those families and those kids, like a phone number they could have gotten in touch with them. I told ya. Peter Thiel. I think Biden has his eyes on Teal and Palantir. I'm sorry, I cannot say Teal. I know it's Teal, but I want to say Thiel. And take note, there's been a lot of shakeups, a lot of things being revealed this week. Coincidentally, since the day PEBelect started getting the daily PDB. It's no accident. I can see it behind the scenes. Certain type of influence happening, or letting people kind of connect the dots and take some action about it. That Atlas guy, I think, the PDB had some influence, had a hand in that, among other things. So what's been happening this week since this eclipse? Everything is churning. And we are going to continue getting through this next eclipse and into January, February. The door is wide open now. We have had the can opener eclipse, holding that door open, holding that space open to reveal Donald's monies, his secrets about monies, everything that's been protecting it. This past eclipse here and the North Node going to 19 degrees. It's all about Mercury and Venus now with Gemini. Mercury, communications, contracts, agreements, discussions. Venus, money, values, votes, election. That this is all. It cannot, the spigot is on, it can't be turned off at all. So expect a lot more. Expect that it's going to keep going because the other thing that happened is that, you know, we've had a sleepy Mars in Aries. It went direct. For about a week, it was still hanging out at 15 degrees Aries. Well, it's moved on. This week, Mars has been at 17 degrees Aries, which is so important. I don't have that. Because at 17 degrees Aries, at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the top of the chart was 17 Capricorn. So this Mars, what was on the ascendant? Taurus. So this Mars at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is like hanging out here in this 12th house of secrets, okay? And it is squaring the top and the bottom of the chart. What's in the skies above DC, what's publicly known, and where our roots are. And this was the change in structure and power of our government. And Mars finally squaring off here, knocking at these doors and turning things around in eclipse energy, the magician, going. The other thing that happened, and this is going to keep increasing by the day, in particular, just let me think about this number. I'm trying to think. I think it was 426. So around December 17th, oh, we got another 17th, is going to be like a critical day where this gets an even bigger jolt. This Saturn-Pluto conjunction happened way back in January. It affected the entire world, the change in power and structure of governments. And it has gotten such momentum, a tipping point. It hit a major tipping point as this sun now is in Sagittarius, because at this Saturn-Pluto conjunction over here in the 9th house, lands far away, Putin, the law, immigration, Mars was over here at 6 degrees Sagittarius. So this happened way back in January. Our law enforcement, DOJ, did not have the energy, it did not have the traction to be able to do anything. Mars is the energizer, the warrior, the defender, the aggressor. That is going to go out there. So the sun finally came back around here. We had some eclipses this year. A lot has happened. And the sun came here and said, light it up. We're going to go. It is time. And it's almost like this was fired. And now it's like there's all these like missiles and unsealed indictments. Like that's just what I see flying through the air. And they're unsealed and they're like landing. And there's still so many that are coming out. This gave that energy to go, to lay down the gauntlet. And it's going to get an extra charge around the 17th, 18th. Everybody knows what's happening December 21st. It's so huge. But this returns around January 10th to 12th. So much is changing in the next month. So I know a lot of scary news is coming out. I know a lot of people are very rattled by it. I kind of sit back. I've like been laughing a lot because the speed with which things are coming out, and nobody can pull it back. Donald is always all about messaging and hanging on to the narrative, controlling the narrative. When he loses momentum, when he loses the narrative, he loses control. A perfect example of that on why that is so important is from, was it the 2018 election when that Caesar Sayoc had those mail bomb things before the election? Don Julio didn't know that was happening. The digital armies abroad, nobody knew that was happening, and that stole the narrative because it was being broadcast on all the networks. They could not break that, and that happened just ahead of the election. And he said so in an interview, we lost momentum. That's why we lost. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. This guy stole his thunder, stole his narrative. So that's why he's so crazy and so out there, because as long as he has the narrative, no matter how crazy it is, he's in control. And right now, the energies are in the front-loading washer. It is spinning every single day. Things are changing. So I would imagine, I haven't been watching other readers, but I can only imagine that everyone's like, what's going on with my cards? Things have changed. This used to be that. This used to be this. It's no wonder. And that is going to continue because nobody has control over this. Except for us who pre-planned with our wishes. We've got a note out there and the universe knows it. That thing out there is steady. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me check in with you real quick. Hi, T-Ride. No, you haven't missed a lot. I've just been chit-chatting a lot. Hi, Kaylin. That was a beautiful victory for DACA today. I was expecting something on immigration. That was just so amazing. So, okay, good. Oh, we're talking about bleach now. I just love your conversations, you guys. You guys always have such good information, great information. Let me get a drink of water. Okay, so this moon, I kind of wish that tomorrow was Friday and not today, because, no, that's the wrong chart. Yeah, where was it? Oh, well, this was the eclipse. Right now, the moon is 8 degrees Leo. It's like right here. So since this eclipse happened, the moon started in this 8th house. This is shared resources, taxes, loans, other people's money, espionage, things that are taboo. Not only was it over here, the moon was conjunct the United States natal Uranus. That planet of surprises. Unexpected, shocking news. We've gotten it in spades this year. I mean, just this week, it felt like a year. So not only did it do that, then it, this was conjunct his natal sun. The midpoint between his sun and his midheaven, meaning this is such a sensitive point that it triggers all the energies of how he's gotten to his highest achievements. So this would be sudden shocking news about how he got to where he is and the agreements. it touched the June 5th full moon eclipse. It touched this North Node now in 19 degrees Gemini, and this area is all about money, votes, communications, agreements. So when we did this earlier this week, the astrology said this first house, look to the 8th house of beginnings and endings. So that's what this eclipse was about, beginnings and endings. Then the astrology said, look to the 12th house of escape. Get me out of here. So the escape is secrets. It is also literally an escape plan. And escaping accountability. This moon also touched the United States, Mars, aggression, action. And when it did that, Atlas resigned. Oh, God. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to tell you the tarot cards that were drawn this week. So on Monday, we had the Devil reversed. I can't even remember what happened. I had a list here of what happened. That just feels so far away. I had a little cheat sheet. So that was the Devil reverse. Okay, here's my cheat sheet. I don't think I have much listed. This is the only thing I have on December 1st. Atlas resigned. So he resigned, and what card did we have? Well, that was Tuesday. The Four of Swords. Retreating. Get out. On Wednesday, the tarot said, look for the Page of Swords. Well, that was Skanky Vanky's deposition. Skanky Vanky. I can call her that. What happened on that day? Today, so this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So on that day of the Page of Swords with her deposition, we found out about the loans that is coming due for Don Julio at $340 million. I don't know if anyone knew about this, but there's an Italian mafia probe going on. In southern Italy, there's another crime syndicate. Remember, there's another guy who flipped from the crime syndicate. So this mafia thing in Italy, pay attention to this, because they were laundering money through, I believe, the Vatican, or that area, well, southern Italy, using banks in dozens of countries. Which prominent countries? We've got Dubai, Malaysia, Tajikistan. And this was for arms, drugs, trafficking, and extortion. Am I buffering yet? This, I mean, have we even heard anything from that? So that was Page of Swords. And these, remember, these are the countries that U.S. aid is always supporting. All these countries. Then there is also another scheme that came out with the Asia-China pipeline project and Gazprom. Kazakhstan is there, Ukraine, so is Singapore is involved with that. Oh, and then Trump's video, Page of Swords. So then the tarot said on, did I draw the Page of Swords on Thursday again? God, Thursday, look at all this stuff. So this moon now, this fresh eclipse money, this fresh eclipse energy about contracts and money in shared resources. Everything we've got loans, we've got the Italian mafia, we've got Shinzo Abe. I called that one. The whole thing with Abby Lowell and Brody and Barris. We have the I don't know what these are all related to, but we've got Iran, Brazil, Ecuador, Mexico, charges in Houston. We have H-1B visas because the DOJ filed against Facebook. Hello, this And that was when the moon was over here. This is all immigration and law. Because Facebook refused to hire U.S. workers for 2,600 positions. They went with H-1B visas instead. Is Stephen Miller's person, whatever. Don Jr. I'm going to be in charge of the NRA. Okay, go ahead. And then the stuff happening with the PIC, the Presidential Inaugural Committee, auctioning off the Arctic. Estonia shows up again. So that's all of this moon is carrying all of this energy, all of this stuff. And the moon still has not spilled over the 10th house in the skies over Washington, D.C. to crown. I mean, we are just getting trickles of information here, just little hints. When this energy comes over the skies for everyone to see what's crowning, it's going to be so much. And so now we have Saturday has the Knight of Swords. Sunday we have the Sun. Monday we have the government. So the moon will go over midheaven from this eclipse. And then we're going to have a quarter moon, which is just going to irritate that even more so. And this energy is still churning. It's like trying to have a tiger by its tail. You can't. There is so much that is happening. I was just looking at my cards like, what are these? How did these work? Because the energy is just so much. Okay, let me check in real quick. Skanky Banky, yeah. Okay. Kate worked for Brody? Seriously, for about 4 months? What was that like? You'll have to let us know. Okay. Oh, Tish, I have a question for you. I think I saw in the chat last time. I haven't been able to follow up, but if you happen to know or could point us in the correct direction, I was talking about Devil Justice, that lady. She's just the devil, ACB. Because her energy came in weird. I had a sage right in the middle of it, but I saw in the chat that there were a group of women maybe, spent 16 hours trying to clear that negative dark energy that has been protecting her, and it just took a long time to get through. Because you know what, I noticed a big difference that night with her energy coming through so quick. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all. And it's just, okay. We're going to stop. I'm going to light up right now. It is just, oh gosh. I can't wait for her to be gone. So I was just curious if you had a resource or a link or where we could find more about that, because they definitely did do something. So nasty. Just all of them. I have been saging so much. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Okay. What are we talking about? Oh, I wanted to show you the big secret. Okay, so you guys know this poor deck. This is so big. Can you see this is like creased now? I mean, I sometimes feel like these cards are starting to dissolve in my hand, but they just keep going. They're like, we have a story to tell you, and we know all the details. So in this deck, I added a yes and a no card. And I figured out, and I never felt like I had a totally clear picture. There you go. There's the yes. A totally clear picture on what the yes, no is, because sometimes it's right side up, it's upside down. but I knew that I couldn't, I just didn't, the deck didn't feel right if I took out the yes, no. Well, I figured out what the yes, no is. So that's the yes, where's the no? Because yes, no, so if I am throwing cards and let's say the yes comes up, I'm always like, yes, what? And so then I'll draw another card. So let's just say it's that, yes, the Fool. If I've gotten like, let's say this was a no card and I got the Fool, that would mean to me, it's not the Fool you think it is, it's a different Fool. Or it'll be like days later and I come back and look at something for clarification and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not that Fool, it's something else. I mean, it's just, I just love these yes, no cards. So, but something else happened this week. There's the no. This yes, no was coming up more frequently. And I'm like, I need to check this out. I need to figure out what this is. And what it is, basically, is that when it comes up for a person in a certain place, yes, no means, yes, I have it. No, I don't. It means I have to destroy the evidence. I am going to destroy this trail of information. And the first person it came up with was Mitch. Now, let me find my yes, no. I also did a Teroscope on why he was crying and what Lamar knew about that. So the first time I saw this yes, no, well, it was disappearing things. But Mitch in general, when he was talking, he had the yes, no in the 9th house. Lands far away, the law, Russia. He had to disappear things. He had to destroy things. When I asked, you know, why he was crying and what does Lamar know about why he's crying, that was really, really interesting. Lamar, why is Mitch crying? Well, the lovers, Trump, Russia, these little orange lines here that just underline something, that's what these little orange lines mean. So Lamar, why is Mitch crying? He should have registered as a foreign agent because he committed, Queen of Cups, orange, treason. I did a Teroscope on treason. This is Lamar saying why Mitch was crying during his speech. And it's because of fresh new money power overseas. Yes, no, he has to destroy that. So the yes, no came up. Where else is the yes, no? Holy crap, you guys. Just let me find this other one first before I show you Donald's loans with the yes, no. Where is it? Come on. It's so good. Skanky vanky. Yes, no, okay. So if you stand back, this is the yes, no. There's this little cluster here of yes, no's that showed up. Mnuchin showed up, had the yes, no, destroying evidence, disappearing things. According to his secret and the person he's in partnership with. He's disappearing things. Someone in the 8th house, this area, shared resources, like taxes, loans, other people's money. I have unregistered Farah as the yes, no, meaning they're trying to disappear evidence and they should have registered as a foreign agent. Donald got the yes, no for his loans to Deutsche Bank. Oh, he's a foreign freaking agent through Deutsche. Do you get that? And Mitch got the yes, no, because he's destroying stuff from overseas. Yes, no, disappearing things. That's what these assholes are doing. Oh my gosh. And then Ellis over at the Pentagon, I don't know which stooge that is. There's the 3 stooges now in charge of the Pentagon. He's not the one that Special Ops reports to. He's, I don't know, the civilian, I don't know. He had the yes, no in the area of hidden enemies. You have your secrets, and then you have your hidden enemy. Destroying stuff. That's why he's flipping there. And it's the hidden enemy if he does or does not get caught. If he gets caught, the hidden enemy game joke is on him. If he doesn't get caught, it's his curse on the other person. So this is the cover up, destroy evidence together. So then when you just get, so then I figured out when I just get the yes card sometimes, like, okay, Tom Barrack, the thing that gave him life this week, who he is. He had the yes card with the King of Cups. Means, yes, I'm the go-to. I'm the supportive one with the King of Cups, Putin's plan. So that is how that yes works in that regard. If he had the yes reversed with the King of Cups, it's, yeah, I'm stuck with this and I'm supposed to do something with it and this is a problem. Or he has this and maybe he's not really supposed to have it. But this is where the evidence starts. This is where that line of information, that op, it's almost like that person is the point person. I'm not going to find him. And so that's for the S card. The no card, then, when they have the no card, it is, I have to get rid of this. I have to hide this. The evidence didn't start with them, but it's probably going to end with them and what they do with it. Isn't that so cool? I just love the yes, no card. So like now when I go back and look at it, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, it just adds that much more depth to it. So yeah, so now I have this no, this yes, the yes, no. And then something else was really, really interesting. This 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, I had to look at again. Because we know that the 9 of Pentacles has to do with one's wealth, like an oligarch. It shows up for the oligarchs. It shows up like for the people who are in charge of money, or the wealthy, or a wealthy friend, or, you know, that person's just their wealth. Well, what I was finding, I'm like, the 9 of Pentacles, these are not only oligarchs, but they're the oligarchs in their businesses and how they use their wealth and businesses to transfer security and comfort to one another. And that can be in the form of a contract. That can be in the form of quid pro quo. But that was another level of the 9 of Pentacles that came out. And something that I just can't get out of my mind, so stay aware of this. This whole thing going on in Ethiopia with the war, there is definitely a relationship between Don Julio and their prime minister. And the region that this war is waging on the north coast with its assets in northern Ethiopia, it's on the coast. there is some relationship, and it's almost as if, this is for entertainment purposes only, this PM is kind of, even though he won the Nobel Peace Prize, provoking these refugees, just watching some of those interviews about how sudden and random it was. It's almost as if, I don't know if this is their escape land, but it's like that area is getting cleared out. So the government and the opposition, who have a common link with Russia, they seem to be wanting to clear that area out for their own safety and purposes, and maybe residents. There's something going on there. So that Nine of Pentacles came up in a different way. And then this Queen of Pentacles. I've seen this, you guys know I've seen this as pervasive virus itself. We've seen this as like Rebecca Mercer with data, voter rolls. But what was coming more and more clear is that this Queen of Pentacles really also relates to a foreign state and its assets, its riches. And how these Nine of Pentacles, then, these wealthy people using their companies, their influence, their businesses to gain more and acquire more Queen of Pentacles stuff, more land, more rights, more contracts, and quid pro quo. And so that was really, really interesting. And when you start looking at foreign leaders, this shows up a lot as their assets. Then when you get to Donald, I just want to smack him, because he had the Queen of Pentacles on the ascendant, but it was relating here. The Queen of Pentacles, the thing giving Donald life, assets of the United States related to his loans. So the Queen of Pentacles for him also functioning like banks. And for Donald himself, this Queen of Pentacles also shows as his loans and his debts and banks around the world trying to get these paid off. I cannot believe all this time this Queen of Pentacles also meant his loans. It wasn't his taxes, and it's his loans and payments and investments. And here he's tapping the piggy bank, the United States of America. Ugh. I wonder if Minution has a... Oh, God, don't even get me started on ISIS. These people. So, Minution, let me look at him again because of his... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This whole laundering thing and Trump Tower and Felix Sater and... Treason. Look at Treason. Treason Weasels. This is the 8th house here. Shared resources. The 9 of Pentacles. Wealthy people and their businesses. 9 of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is money laundering. Where was this 9 of Pentacles? Okay, where was it? Shared resources, 9 of Pentacles, treason. Treason Weasels. Oh my gosh. I can't even keep this straight. Okay, here. 9 of Pentacles. This area. In the Treason Terrascope, Treason Weasel, 9 of Pentacles, shared resources. Who had the 9 of Pentacles in the 8th house? Only so far I have Iran and Treason. What the heck is going on with Iran. I had some nice conversations with, I can't remember the name right now. It's such a great question he asked me about Iran's chart. And Iran being the scapegoat of Russia. But they have a lot of secrets going on with their monies, their currencies. And these eclipses are going to open it up, and so will this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Things are going to change, but there's a lot more people involved with Iran than we realize. So maybe I'll find some more. Where was there a 6 Pentacles in here? No. Look at this 6 of, so then I'm like, show me all the pentacles, because this is just a little ridiculous. I just can't handle these people. So these are all the pentacles laid out. We know this 6 of Pentacles is supposed to be charity. On the ascendant, 6 of Pentacles, charity or balancing votes. North Korea, the sponsors of the war in Ethiopia, and Skanky Vanky's deposition. 6 of Pentacles, Netanyahu had that as who he is. But in the area of shared resources, we go all the way over here, the 8th house again, 6 Pentacles, money laundering, Putin, and Don Julio's purge with the Pentagon. Those are the only 6 Pentacles that I got there. So let's move here to this Ace of Pentacles. New money, new start, power money. I was shocked. I get this Ace of Pentacles. Oh, new venture. Yeah, Don Jr. taking over the NRA, the Pentagon, and Turkey. But in the first house of who I am, my identity, I'm the Ace of Pentacles. Felix, the Vatican, Moflotus. How the heck does she have this Ace of Pentacles? I mean, is she starting something new, or has she always been the moneyed news? Has that always been her role? Because she just sits around like she just has one job to do and just be Pentacles. The freaking, these are the only ones that came up with the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that crazy? A lot came up. I haven't, you know what, we'll do that one next. We'll do the PDB, today's PDB for Biden. So I've been doing his daily PDB and integrating it in. He knows so much stuff that's going on. I think a lot of things that are getting triggered this week might be related to that influence. But everything that we're worried about, or things that like I've brought up on the Twitter machine, he knows. He knows, and he has a plan. And he's just going to let this play out, because there's only one POTUS at a time. But I will tell you, they have been secured for a very, very long time. I am not worried about that at all. And then, you know, Ruthie, back September, rest in peace, sweet lady. She always says to me, pay attention to that Knight of Pentacles. That's where it's at. So, who's the Knight of Pentacles? They're like someone who offers money, offers data, gives you pentacle-y things. On the ascendant, giving these people life with the Knight of Pentacles. This is my offer. DeVos. Spectrum Health, her hubby's business. And Trump Hotel, D.C. So that tells me Spectrum Health and the Trump Hotel, D.C. are also being used not only to funnel money, but I think they're transfer data points to go overseas. Like with the Queen of Pentacles, Rasta, Rasta la. Oh my God, you guys, so much of this is active. I did some readings around April 6th, 7th about the Great Heist. That's what that's about. That is the cable telecommunications from the Russia. Back in April or March, they successfully hijacked and rerouted the internet traffic from, I want to say, several hundred or 1,000 top cable carriers, streaming carriers like Disney Plus, Google, Amazon, Netflix. All of that internet traffic they hijacked, and it went through their servers for a bit. This is huge. The GOP has a relationship with them. Keep your eyes on that. That was coming up big. I just, ugh. Yeah, even Jared, the Knight of Pentacles. I have valuables, riches, information, data. Jared is overseas. Jared, I was just like, what does Jared think about Ethiopia? He's the Knight of Pentacles for Ethiopia. This is conversations. This is agreements. This is reasoning, negotiations, contracts. They are doing something over there. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Treason. The Treason Terrascope drew the Knight of Pentacles in the area of secrets. And then the Pentagon, hidden enemy, had the Knight of Pentacles. These people are ridiculous. So I should probably highlight the Treason ones because those are really interesting. So let's see what Biden had in the PDB for today. It is really interesting. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to check in with you guys. Okay, there we go. How are you guys doing? Right, T-Ride? Haha, Michael. Oh, Michael, it was you. We were talking about Iran in that chart. That was very fascinating. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karen Marie, very much. I so appreciate it. Yeah, salt shower among other things. Okay, so I don't use these cards on the, ooh, look at, yes, on the PEB elect. You know what, I need to, am I sitting okay here? Like, let me see. I need to, I didn't even have this. I need to get caught up. Something is not right here. Okay, so, no. We're going to use the other. So the sun right now is about 13 degrees over here. Sag. What other eclipse? Are we going to trigger any eclipses? We are in so much eclipse weather and synods. I can't even. Okay, so this June 5th full moon eclipse was on a Friday. Oh my God. Holy crap. So on that day, now this makes sense because the sun right now is 13 degrees. Yesterday it was 12 degrees. And at that eclipse, that's where Venus was, which has to do with money. And, oh, it's retrograde, meaning it's not strong. It cannot be defended. Remember, we talked a lot last spring about what that Venus retrograde meant, that whether it was money, whether it was love, whether it was your values, being retrograde, that's where the facade falls away. Where Venus is sleepy, she can't hold up the show, you know, the distractions. So what happens is Venus is exposed for who she really is with this person. You can't cover it up. So back here, this is money overseas. This is, and votes. It is also, well, the election, votes, law enforcement, favors, bribes. That was yesterday. Look who was exposed. The lawyer, Abby. Isn't it female or male? I don't know. And this is the area of the law that came out. And this particular eclipse touched money anyway, and communications and contracts. The sun tomorrow, in 2 days, will conjunct this, because the sun that day was 15 degrees Gemini. Well, it's going to be, in a couple days, the sun will be 15 degrees Sag. So this now is going to touch the moon. And like the moon card, the outrage, the upset, the policy, immigration, lands far away. I'm wondering, like, stuff at the border. And so that is going to be very much activated from that eclipse, June 5th. Now remember, December 21st is the great Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on the first day of winter. On the first day of summer, we had a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer. So we're going to get all of this activated from then. I'm just looking to see. So there isn't any Gemini or Sag activated there from that day. However, that eclipse was at 0 degrees, 21 minutes Cancer. I don't know the exact degree from the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, but it's 0 degrees and some minutes. So, I mean, it's sitting right there opposite it. And again, you're just going to have to hold on, because it's going to be crazy. Nuts. And it's going to, oh my God, it is just going to, all this, oh my God, this 12th house secrets, it's just going to fly right open. I have no words. So it's going to be never ending, you guys. It's just, you know, the dam has burst. It's all coming out. Nobody can contain it. Nobody. Okay. All right. Oh, look at how, there's the Page of Pentacles. So, okay. How are you guys? Good night, Holly Coleman. I love the asteroid stories she shares with us, because it always gives a flavor for what's going on more intimately with these Asvolios. Yeah, Tbarb, we're numb now. Yeah, you don't need to help. Energetically, I have completely I don't feel tethered to this administration anymore. Like, everything has been cut. He is separate. I mean, he it looks like he still is here, and we're still, but energetically, it's been cut off for a while. You know, it's just a matter of time. See the house legalized Mary and Jane. I did see that. And Mitch wants to kill it. Yes, he's totally in the past. Yeah, so don't, and he wants to be relevant, so he's just going to be an idiot. They're all going to be idiots because they need relevancy because, you know, that's how it's almost like we all know, well, a lot of readers, myself, I don't see him like really past 2023, to be honest. But it's also going to be the shock of not having this power and not having the attention that is just, talk about deflating. I mean, he just gets such a rush off of all of this attention. He's not going to have it. It is just, he thrives off of it and he's not going to have it. So anyway, we want to see PEB elect. We want to see the PDB today. What was in there? There was some high priestess investigating. That is, you know, the rusher. This is where the point. Everything starts, from the disinformation campaigns to the hacking to elections to just, you know, their whole operation beginning to end on how they infiltrate. It's their information war. It's their war against USA. So his PDB was full of this stuff. Investigations, the 8th house, beginnings and endings. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice if it was about how it was ending? Okay, so what beginnings and endings? What it goes to here. 8th house, shared resources to escape. What is this about? What was in the PDB? That's data. Data, paperwork, expert craftsmen. These are this is all the traceable stuff that they have and all the evidence, whether, you know, like it's the IP addresses, whether it's like Bitcoin account and numbers, just this massive, very elegant operation in this area of shared monies. And how this was an attack on the United States, that they weaponized everything in this area. To help Donald get to where he's going, because that's where the moon was conjunct. And that was to escape what was to be kept secret. What's the biggest secret with this data? How they took that data information that they had on our country to attack us and manipulated it behind the scenes to their own advantage. And also dark magic. And we have the 10 of Pentacles here. That's also the secret. I feel like that is Saudi money, who's also helping to sponsor and deal with data. So that's this. And so what's the hidden enemy here? The intelligence. This ongoing, this is our op. This is our, that's all I cannot even say anymore. This is our counter op. That's been a step. Okay, but the tarot said the Chariot, which is usually moving things, but reversed. The hidden enemy is that they, Don Julio, Rusher, they have no momentum. The wheels are falling off. And also how it paused our country losing momentum and getting totally disorganized. So that's in the PDB. So this area, the astrology said, look to the sun and spirit, the photos. 5 Pentacles reverse, that's you know, usually like some sort of suppression. This is money, income gains. And FOTUS, what was in the PDB? What was in the PDB? Justice. Keeping balance. Okay, so this is Putin's justice. So when Putin wants justice for things, I'm helping you suppress the vote. I'm going to help get you elected. Justice for me is not only paying me back, but we need back pay. You need to pay for all the damage that was done to us, you know, from the prior administration. And you're just going to have to keep paying me until we've justified this payment and how we got Donald to where he is. So obviously when we're talking about Vlad's justice, this is always tipping the scale to his favor. So I imagine this is how Donald has been compromised and continues to give and give and give and give and take from our agency money and send it overseas. Third house, communications. We have the Grand Cross, the provoker. He's been very much a provoker, instigator. We have the Four of Cups here, which is kind of like blackmail. It's also force, using the mafia to provoke and demand and force. So what's in the PDB about that, in the communications? Oh. The Six of Pentacles. Kind of like justice. I'm going to give you all that you want. But this is about the communications. How things are disproportionately fair or unfair. How to exploit the government. Capricorn is the government. It's the sign of our institutions and established rules. So that is more about how to ruin our institutions and exploit charitable things. That's in the PDB. For entertainment purposes only. Now when it comes to defending home, the things we defend against and the things that we protect in the PDB, probably something about agreements with China. So this has to do with agreements and data, also payments going to China. There's an earth element lending stability in the PDB, so it can go more undetected. We can't be as reckless as we've been. We have to kind of look a little bit normal here. But really, the U.S. needs to concentrate on her defenses against China. And this is also Chao. Elaine Chao. So in the fifth house of the sun, which is FOTUS, Saturn returns, something from the past. We have Neptune. This could be oil and gas companies. This is the wound for Donald that he has to heal. He has the Ten of Swords. He's totally done. There's no hope for him. His treason has been found out. He wants to figure out a way to kind of heal that. Maybe things won't be so bad. But the Saturn return is... there's no easy way out. There is no easy way out. There's no negotiations. This is when you grow up and you are 100% accountable. He cannot escape that. So in the PDB, we have the Ten of Swords. How he's getting influence and help from the past to keep trying to revive his so-called presidency, really trying to work every angle. He is so desperate because Saturn return, everything has come back front and center, and he can't escape it. He might try to do some negotiating, but it's going to fail. He can't. He has no leverage. He has no leverage, and he knows it. So in this area, the 6th house, we have military, investigations, day-to-day routine, intelligence, public servants, healing, doctors. The Lovers is there, so it's something. Leo, I will. This reminds me of what he's been doing with the Pentagon and the military, because, you know, I'm going to do that. Because we've got Mars there with aggression, military. We have Eris, strife and discord. A lot of strife and discord. He is feeling a lot of heat. So what was in the PDB about that? The truth. The truth on so many levels, but how he is really assaulting the Pentagon with what he's doing, why he's doing it, and how far he's willing to go to destroy it. What else do we have about there? That plan is coming from overseas, from angry Putin. We know there's all spies in there. At this point, they're not spies. They are traitors trying to overthrow our military and protect what they know is the truth and probably get rid of it. I wonder who's got a yes, no in the 6th house? Anyone? Yes, no. Well, I'll tell you the players in the 6th house. Who came up in the 6th house? Mitch with Donald as a candidate. He might have some bills he has to pay. Mitch is also working to cover up. In the 6th house with money here, we have Felix Sater. What PEB knows about the Rostella. Holy crap. So that's what Rostelecom. The telecoms are going through military. We've got the Vatican here. We also have Peter Thiel here, and Palantir. Our data. They are messing with our data and our information and our intelligence. However, our intelligence has been blocked off long ago. So it's like they have bad intelligence. Like, you know, why Russia has nuclear things blow up. It's because they have bad intelligence and bad plans. Accidentally on purpose. The 6th house, we also have, who else is showing? Oh, the indictments for Facebook next week. Jupiter Saturn is going to play a role here as far as public servants go in the future and acting in humanitarian ways. We also have here with the military and intelligence why the Department of Justice is filing against Facebook with the H-1B visas, where day-to-day activities, which seems kind of mundane, these visas, no, it's serving to harm the United States and her intelligence and her defenses. Oh, the 8 of Pentacles, this, shared resources, showed up here for Deutsche Bank. So I don't know if they're using the military to pay off some loans. So Donald has a ton of will here. We have bribes has shown up here, trying to bribe the military, public servants. We have the Pentagon. We've got Ethiopia, North Korea. We have Jared and Josh Kushner with their brothers first, partners second company. Vanky Skanky's deposition. You know what else is here is KY Jelly. That's KJU's sister. and what her role was in failing Donald to get reelected. It could have been bad intelligence. It could have been a bad connection. It could have been the wrong hacked materials. Oh, this guy, Ajit Pai, the guy in charge of the FCC and all of his auctioning off our cable communications, that's why Rastalakam shows up, because of him. And then also here is the antitrust thing coming out against Facebook. That's what's going on there. And those things related to the PDB, for the PEB. The PEB in terms of relationships, partnerships, enemies, opposition, something very shocking, unexpected about news. It's in the PDB. Treason, the betrayal, the extent to which this betrayal went. It went very far. It's like everything Donald touched. So much betrayal. We have a delayed tower here, delayed tower moment. And then the Libra, I balance. Yeah, and then how the betrayal, because he was in partnership with Vlad. These are both moneyed areas of the chart. The PDB in the 9th house lands far away. We have look to your friends in the PDB. We have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Look to your friends taking action for you. Oh, your friends that took action for you who are now under sealed indictment, getting unsealed. All these people, all these communications, the judgments that they're facing, what they did. I know our intelligence doesn't judge things right or wrong. They judge them more as being valid or not. This is a heavy. Oh, I wonder if these might be in sealed indictments. And yep, the courts. What's going on with the courts? What's coming up? So what's in the skies crowning DC that was in PEB's PDB? We have all that, their talks, all that money, how things were shuffled around, PAC groups, fundraisers, charity, all these different ways that people came together at Trump Tower Hotel to get business done. This is a lot with that hotel. Oh God, there's a lot with that. And then this 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends. We have communications here in the Emperor, Donald at the behest of Vlad in the PDB. Everything that he moved mountains for him, did favors for him. The government basically was at Vlad, within reach for him, that he could dictate what needs to go. This is usually like the election card reversed. This, oh, I'm getting how they thwarted interference and how things are playing out now with the fool who is illegitimately elected. So that was the PDB. Let me write this down before I lose it. How are you guys doing? Where's my fresh pizza? Oh, there's Stefka. Okay. PDB today is 12-4. 3 cups reversed and the Fool. Pentacles reverse. Who had this 6 Pentacles in the 3rd? Pentacles in the third. Okay, where's my paper? Oh, here. Anybody have 6 Pentacles? Oh. Palantir had 6 Pentacles in the 3rd. So, let's make a little note of that. We have the moon. Ace, swords, 3 swords. 8 Pentacles. Who had the 8 of Pentacles in the 8th? Oh, you know who had that was the eclipse moon. This is what the eclipse was working on specifically, which is really kind of cool because it touches, you know, the United States Mars. It touches the eclipse from June, the USA natal Uranus, and then Donald's natal Sun and how he got to the top of his career. Huh. Judge. We have three Pentacles in the 10th. Anyone? Abby Lowell. 3 of Pentacles. So those are the bribes. And then we had the Magician reverse and the Knight of Swords. Interesting, huh? How are you guys doing? Talking about pizza. I want pizza too. Okay. You guys, give me a minute. I need to go check on something with someone. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Hey, is he up? Okay. Okay. You guys, it is so much, it's been so much easier being at home with the kids since I refer to them as my roommates. Like in college, it really takes a lot of the pressure off. So I had to just go check on my roommate. So, heart, please hold during the silence. Ooh, 4 cheese tomato barbecue chicken sauce. The journals. Oh, I love pizza. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, who are we reading on? You guys got questions? Let's see. What are did I see a headline I wanted to check? Where is this? Let's see. Anybody else? Oh, Bill behind bars. Yeah, he's a turd. Okay. So right now the moon's right here. So Bill behind bars is working on something with his friends. Show me Bill Barr real quickly. Show me Bill Barr. Show me Bill Barr. Oh, the star, the hope. The hope. The star came up earlier this week related to what were they working on? They were working on something. It wasn't the planes that were being, I think this is part of what they're trying to like sell off, the negotiations they're making with their friends overseas, that there some sort of payoff negotiation. So he is Bill Barr. What's at the base of this? Oh, he is transmitting some stuff. Yeah, stuff is moving really, really. All these guys are saying things went awry with the lovers. And so now they've got to come up with a new plan. So he's working on this new plan, a new idea for the Fool. He's so emotional. Okay, so what's the 3-point plan, Billo? What's the 3-point plan for Don Julio to make it out? 1, 2, 3. And friends. Okay, so the 3 points, 3 friends. So what you working at? 3 major. 1, 2. This friend. You link to that. Ooh, there are very big challenges. What's the challenge here? Oh, there's an angry Putin. It could be MBS. They can't launder anymore. They can't exchange these things anymore. So the major plans he's working on, how to manipulate something, using what is existing out there and molding it for a purpose for Don Julio, because they are going to have a new start. The Emperor reversed is a coup. So it's like how they can manipulate things and satisfy these guys and continue with the coup. So the friends then, it goes this way. So their friends in other places are majorly multitasking and juggling. It feels like this could get sloppy really, really quick because they were thinking about this. This is how this links to them. So they're trying to manipulate something. The action that they're taking is not totally opportunistic. It feels like it's kind of like a wait and see. If this happens, then this. If this happens, then that. Because the challenge they've got going right now is they have to get rid of something. What do they have to get rid of? See, I love the yes, no cards. What do they have to get rid of? The challenge is the tower that is coming, and they cannot get rid of that. That is unavoidable. It is going to be a catastrophe. Maybe it's to minimize how badly this is going to be. So, well, what's the goal here then? What's the goal? Is to retreat. Move and fly away to Ethiopia, perhaps? It's to retreat, get away. So this is point 1. Trying to manipulate. This is like the plan, but then plus like the lies for the plausible deniability, and you can't and then having to keep all that straight is really difficult. So point 2 with Bill Barr, he's really hopeful for this plan. This has to do with Don Julio going off on his new plan, and the friend that's helping them out is a worldly friend, probably where Jared is right now. And he is going to bridge to this friend very quickly. They're going to be very good friends really quickly. This friend has to act very quickly because the challenge is getting some success with this and getting it off the ground with ease. What's the goal with this? The goal with this is... So the goal with this is to create a distraction, try to throw the people off your trail, you know, create a distraction, try to, like, almost like they could vanish or something to just get out. But everything is just coming too quickly. Who's this friend? Who is this friend? Someone who's usually supportive. No, Donald is making an effort to contact friends to help him support and get away. It's not going too well. To Mother Russia. She's barren. She is barren. There's nothing there. They've got to get something going because they're all SOL because he didn't win. So the third part of this plan is, how do we continue this takeover? Because our friend, the mafiosos, God, the digital armies, the white ISIS MAGAs, the hidden mafiosos and spies on the ground here ready to stir stuff up. This links to this by the Queen of Wands, the actions that they're going to take with the law. How they're going to use that law for these guys, because the challenge is they're way overburdened with the, with the cases that are facing them. And the desired goal is that they're not held accountable, to unlink them, these mafiosos, to the overall app. That's what Bill Behind Bars is working on. Who was the other one you guys said? Who did you say after that? You said... Who was after? G-string. I cannot read on her energy. I would like to. I cannot. Darn it. Who was the next person? Chao. Bonnie, we'll do Chao. Calgon Chao. Sorry, that's just the name that evolved in a chat. And someone doing a live... It was Calgon Chao. So let's take a look at her. What's she doing? What's she up to? Show me Calgon Chao. I just feel like there's so much silence and like I don't even feel Mitch's energy in her space. He's like almost like a thought. Like there is just no connection to him. Show me Chao. She got caught. She got caught. She's got some problems here because of the crap she engaged in, and she lied about it and said it was for one thing. It was not. She tried to set some stuff up through transportation, her department with money, but she is drifting around. She is spinning her wheels. She's stuck. Crowning her, really bad plans. She is not having success with what she was trying to do. Past that is the Trump Crime Syndicate, the campaign. which led to a total nightmare. She has also been one to help inflict a nightmare on USA because of, like, you know, disinformation, or even with the cerveza. She is weak. No, what? She is supposed to get rid of, no what? This is like sanction making a, she doesn't get a choice. She doesn't get a flipping choice, you guys. She made the decision. It's a weak position because she had to get rid of one thing for another. Ooh, she got rid of something. And she's, you know, come out of retreat, thinking about stuff. She's ready to take some action. Unless she's really sick. But she has lost the battle. Boy. But she feels very business-like. Okay, so Calgon Chao. What is it exactly? Trump campaign, crime syndicate. What choices did you have to make? Like, what did you peel off? What did you sacrifice because of, okay, what did you know? Okay, how am I going to do this? What did you know? 3 most important things about your relationship with that's leading to where you are now. The Republican Party, her family, also her family in China, yes. The Republican, kind of, it's all falling apart. Her connections, okay, so this is one thing, the broken trust. Whoops. The second thing, she got caught and she sacrificed something. Oh, so this is the United States and her laws. So these 3 things, she broke the trust of the people, the country, she got caught, she sacrificed something, and this is supposed to be her duty to the U.S. So what did she do to break trust? She, the 9 of Pentacles, the oligarch, the businesses, the family businesses that were in exchange for oh, geez. Okay, so all of this, the family business, her family's, they got caught. This is really bad for her family. Her family's like, you better work this out, and it has to work out for us. So this is a lot of pressure. Whatever her family business was that she got in trouble for. And so as a result, she is sacrificing. Who are you sacrificing? What are you sacrificing? She committed treason, so she is giving something up because she did that. She's transmitting information about the plans that she got caught in. So she is cooperating there because she is desperate to hang on to what she's got. This is really, really bad what's happening. And so she is giving them everything they need to satisfy the U.S. government. And so she is tasked with now to do what? What does she have to do now? The devil. She's going to rat out the devil. Bring Russia to its knees. The Russia to its knees. She has to separate herself from all of that. She has to turn over all the news and information that she got from overseas, which caused things to be very devil-esque here in the U.S. So she has to take care of these things. So that's her. That's her. How you guys doing? Walk by Earth. I want to know about the Peter Thiel with tracking surveys. Okay, so Walk by Faith. In September, I did a 3-part on exactly that. One of them has a picture of Pelosi, like she's walking towards the camera. She's going to do something. The other one has to do with testing. I have a playlist that should have Peter Thiel's name or its data. He shows up there. But yeah, so he is also... okay, you know, we need to... I have not checked in with Dr. This is the Canadian scientist... I think she's arrested July 2018. She is, I don't know if she's like in Winnipeg. She took twice yearly trips over to Wuhan's, level 5, that place where they had cerveza virus. She would go there twice a year. She would bring some students with her. And she also worked in the top lab, I think, in Winnipeg. But she got taken in. I haven't heard much about since. But for a while, I was always checking in with her to see what her relationship was with a BioW. And then it turned to data. And she has connections with... So let's just look at this. So show me Dr. Qiu in Canada. Related to cerveza virus in the U.S. Well, just show me her. Show me Dr. Is she in jail? Oh my God, is she in jail? What happened? Yeah, she would put stuff out there. She was following rules. Oops. So that's a lot of virus samples. She got caught with that virus. That's the China connection. She's in a weak position. That's all that is she in jail? Show me her relationship to cerveza here in the U.S. Relationship to the data for cerveza, and then her relationship to Peter Thiel. She links to cerveza, links to data, links to Peter Thiel. In the U.S., this is the assault on our airwaves, our like breathing, our air, our bronchial tubes. It is also her, maybe other scientists here. It might also be the courts. Because of the suffering and people catching it and dying. Who's this Queen of Swords? The fight, the obstruction, the King of Swords courts, the White House. Or that could be Bill Barr. This does not feel like courts. This feels like people and information linking to the White House. So in the U.S., that might be another scientist. Information about it. Information about it in the U.S. and the people that it hurts. To data. Taking data and overturning it, manipulating it, because she has been given, she has data. She has the real data, the real information. But in the U.S., that information has been turned over. And Peter Thiel takes action. So this is supposed to be good news. It's young people, but she is not having good news. He has to take some sort of action because of her relationship to him. So that is very interesting. That is very interesting. So Peter Thiel, he has taken our data, and he's also taken the data from NHS in the UK. They're having a real problem over there right now because they're realizing that he also has their data. Okay, so we'll do one more, and then I'm going to call it a night, okay? So let's see. What else do we have? As the survey returns. Yeah, Tbarb, I did a reading on her. I think the title is Meanwhile in Canada. That was back in January, maybe. It's kind of like a black and white thumbnail with red writing that says Meanwhile in Canada. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. Oh, Deseret, go to sleep. Inquirer readers want to know. Okay. Yes, Tbarb, that Canadian lab check. I think it's QIU. That's how you spell it. Hey, you guys. Okay. Turtle, last one. We'll do McTurtle. So let's show me, he just seems sad. He does not seem happy. He's just like crap. He's weak. He's got the rusher. He's got the rusher, Vesa. Why are you so weak? Because he tried too hard for too long to control everything and manipulated everything and hoarded everything to the point that he isolated and caused deep pain everywhere and did not care. Blind. Crowning him. So this is usually his obstruction, which has worked, but it's just totally fallen apart. He's at that point. He has no options. He has no control over what he can really obstruct. He is like powerless. He's kind of got himself backed into a corner. No one's going to help him fight the fight, basically. Mitch, in the past. just such an ass. Just win no matter what, aggressive, just, you know. And now he's in the spot where he's backed into a corner. He has to make some decisions. I don't know if he's getting any offers, but what's this about, Mitch? Four of Cups. What are you being offered? What are you being forced to do that you don't want to do? What's your status in the Senate? What's your future in the Senate? What's your role in the Senate? What are you being offered? Oh, you have an agreement. You're being offered an agreement for what? From the past, or its children, the Republican Party. Oh, he has to make a decision from the past. It is kind of disturbing. Huh. In China, some acceptance. So the choice is his agreement. These are the choices. What's this about? He got an agreement from the past with the White House, or defending China going along with that. What are you going to do? What's the outcome of this? So he's being offered something, I think, from the White House. Again, to turn the government upside down, do something unconventional with our government, and defend something bad with China. So that's what he's being offered. He's being forced to end things. Well, what are you being forced to end? The burdens being carried by the Republican Party. Oh, this is a stimulus. The burdens from, they need a stimulus. To come back, let's talk about this. We're very burdened about this. And he has to come through with good timing. What's covering him with this? He has to do the stimulus. He's going to manipulate it. What's the future of his role in the Senate? Oh, the Queen of Swords. That's a woman. Speaker of the House. What's this Queen of Swords about? The Russia. The Republican Party. Oh, he's going to be facing the courts about what they decided to do. Here comes the dark money, the talks, the Queen of Pentacles, the assets of the United States of America. These are the actions he has to take related to Vlad. So that's what he's up to. Have fun. Have fun with that. Don't let the door hit you where the dog should have bit ya. Okay, you guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming by. It was a slice. We covered a lot of ground. There's going to be a lot of stuff still happening this weekend with the arrangement of this moon. It's going to go over the midheaven. So again, they're going to try to distract with a bunch of different stuff, but this stuff, it's just like going to be pouring down on them. Just by Sunday, just stuff coming out. We have the Knight of Swords on Saturday. That's intelligence. And a lot of revelation on Sunday on a world level. So that's it, okay? So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Tbarb. I hope you guys make some pretty bows, because these were kind of fun, a nice distraction for it. Yes, thank you, my wonderful, wonderful moderators. You guys are the best, best, best. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Eat good pizza. Thank you, Larry Girl. Yes, I'm so glad that you guys got something from it. It was kind of fun. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Walk by Faith. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, Denise, there's a lot I talked about tonight. Thank you. Shane Lynn's here. Yay. Hi, Debbie. It's your first time here. Welcome. I'm glad that you were here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, you guys. Merry early Christmas. Lots of aloha. Yes, lots of mele kalikimaka. Thank you, Teachy. I'm just catching up. So it's okay. Watch all that you want. It's all there for you, okay? So have a good night. Thank you. Oh, nice to see you, Rob D. Good, Debbie. I'm glad you loved it. Book Bewitched. Thank you. Okay. Good night, you guys. Be well. Ignore the turd in the White House. Okay? We have so much good stuff coming our way. Just a matter of time. Okay? Good night.